Hi everyone, very good morning. Is my voice clear? Just I want to check in the chat box, please. Is it audible? Super. Hi Techies, very good morning to everyone. First of all, thank you so much for coming back for Bharat Tech League Season 2 2025. So this year we are going to go a bigger scale. So just I'll wait for 30 seconds to make sure that there are more number of audience who are going to come join us. Yeah, there are people who are joining, so we'll wait for a couple of minutes so that I'll be updating you all the latest updates of Bharat Tech League. So in between, I'll just go back to the past, what has happened last year and last before year. So most of the students, when they are talking about this innovation, tinkering, and new kind of development and skills, so we had an idea of Andhra Tech League, which we have started in 2023. And from then onwards, we have seen the interest and enthusiasm from lots of teachers, students, and lots of schools who are interested in participation. Then we have understood we have to take it to the next level. So in 2023, when we have entered Andhra Tech League, and most of the people have enjoyed the event, and they have showed us the path. Yes, this is an important event that we have to do it. And then we have started something called Bharat Tech League in last year, the extension of Andhra Tech League. So Bharat Tech League 2024 was a massive hit, though we had certain issues with power and kind of issues in the root level. But we have seen the interest and the encouragement that a lot of students and teachers have gave us. And we thought like this year we have to go to the next level. So here this year 2025, we are planning it to the next level. So I think most of the students who know this, last year we have asked in Bharat Tech League 2024, like, what you want for the next year's edition. And they said, like, sir, we would like to go with space. Hi. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Thanks for joining. Vishmut Garu, Sai. And most of the cases, like, when we asked for the students and they said, like, sir, we want to go with space technology. So that is how we have decided last year saying that, this year Bharat Tech League should be in space. And this year, Bharat Tech League is in the space domain. And today we are here to talk more about what is happening and how we are going to take it forward. I'll be showing you how Bharat Tech League roadmap will be because last year and before year's edition, we have done something on zonal rounds and everything. But this time we are changing a little bit because we have seen some reality problems and we have understood a lot of pain points because coming to zonals, then coming to finals and the filtering process and everything. So without wasting more time, so I'll be updating you about what Bharat Tech League 2024 is. Sorry, 2025 is. So in this year, Bharat Tech League's edition, so we are very happy to announce that it is in a space theme. And at the same time, this year we have got more partners compared to last year, where we are scaling it to the next level. Okay. So in this particular edition, what we are trying to do is we still stick on to the same conditions where the robotics, 3D printing, coding, and these kind of events will be there. So before I get into the Bharat Tech League website, I want to tell you about the partners and the sponsors that are supporting us for conducting this event. For the first and foremost partner that we want to thank is Navaras EduTech, which is a Hyderabad-based company, and they are into the space labs, and they have been vast across India in establishing the space labs. I thank Navaras team, Mr. Shravan, for helping out and becoming a team partner for Bharat Tech League. And we will be setting up a demonstration lab of a space in the event as well. So I would like to extend my warm thanks to Navaras team for becoming a team partner. Add on to this, there is a media partner, which is Brainfeed. They are Hyderabad-based company who supports all the schools with magazines, and they give a lot of information regarding the student development and teacher development and overall holistic development with schools. So Brainfeed was one of our partner. I'll be showing them on the website, and are almost like last year and this year and maybe upcoming years also we'll be having a long collaboration with our event partners from Himachal Vignan Learning Solutions and Cretile from Karnataka. They are the Bangalore-based startup, and Propeller Technologies from Tamil Nadu, and Hyderabad-based company Radius EduTech. So these are all the event partners from different states who are helping us to promote this Bharat Tech League event across India. And last but not the least, I have to tell you, which we will be updating soon, that the Fun Scholar. Fun Scholar is a company or a vendor who supports all the PMC schools as well as the Atal Tinkering Labs as a vendor to provide all the materials that are there. So they are being a co-partner as well as a proud partner for us for Bharat Tech League. So, without having a delay, I would like to tell you more about what is happening with Bharat Tech League in the space domain. So, I'll go through the website now so that it'll be easy for you to understand and make sure that it'll be a path for you to participate in the Bharat Tech League. So, once again, I thank all the partners, and there are more partners coming. I'll be updating that in the next week's live. So, now I would like to share you my screen to explain you about what's happening with Bharat Tech League website. So if you see it over here, so this year the theme is space. So all the design and the background work that you see will be in the view of space theme. And Bharat Tech League is powered by Teckybot. As you know, Tech Team Solutions was being renamed as Teckybot Tutor Private Limited. So Tech Team, whoever the schools are there or are being connected, it is the same. We just rebranded ourselves to make sure that we are a tech-based company. Okay, so Teckybot is going to execute all these programs of Bharat Tech League with the support of all the sponsors and the event partners. So coming down to the website, this year we have got two levels of participation. One, you can see the qualifier round will be online and other one will be offline. So the finale or finale will be in the offline mode and qualifier will be online. So last year we have done it with the perspective of zonal areas, every state we have taken zones, and every state we have done a zonal round. But as I already said, because there are a lot of pain points, always having holidays, the school timings, parallelly the academics, and even we also have to travel. Our team has to travel a lot, so it has been a little pain points for us. So we thought why can't we make it into online mode? So this year it will be online. So all your abstracts, documents, videos, the qualifier round will be online because this is a pan India based event. So when I say pan India, it's a nationwide event. And we thought to restrict it to few states, but the request that we have got from different partners said, hey, Venkat, you can't make it very limited because this kind of events are very much required for lots of students right now. And there are lots of schools who are ready to participate. So you will be having two level of participation. So one is the online. So initial phase, you will be going through online, and then you will be having finale. I'll tell you the date also. So the finale will be in Hyderabad. It will be in Hyderabad. We'll update you the venue because we were talking with a couple of people for a better handling. Last year we have seen there is a huge amount of crowd that are interested to participate, but we couldn't accommodate because of certain conditions. But this year we are not going to do that. So we'll be going on a bigger scale, and it will be much better than what you have seen last year. So the finale will be in Hyderabad. So there are dates that we have already given on it on an overview that we have seen that when the problem statement is, because all the problem statements are already released. Though we haven't given the poster, but on the dates wise, we have already been clear. And then the registrations are also open now. I'll show you how the registration process also will be, and there'll be a separate video for it. And once the registrations close by 15th of August in and around, maybe from 1 month from now. So you need to submit everything before that 1 month, 15th August. And then we will be starting filtering the process. And there will be a different set of judges that will be identifying the best ideas and best concepts. And the last but not the least is on September 14th. So again, you all know that why we are going with September 14, 15, these kind of dates. Is September 15th is an Engineers Day. This Bharat Tech League is originated from the view of building the next generation engineers. So when we talk September 15th as an Engineers Day, so those engineers are nothing but the future generation that are there. So we want to make sure that Bharat Tech League is very much aligned with the vision of what exactly we are looking at with the innovation of the students. So having said that, as I said, this is our past journey. In 2024, we have done with agriculture team. I think the robots, the drones, the setups that we were made, it's all based upon the agriculture based team, and we have got the design thinking, the projects and everything. And before last year, we have done it in Andhra, exclusively in Andhra, to test ourselves, like, whether this kind of events would be helpful or not. I again, once again, thank Mr. Ravi Ishwarapu to making sure that these two events were means very successful because of our incubation center from Andhra University, because they have sponsored us, supported us to execute this. Thank you, Ravi Ishwarapu sir, for giving us this opportunity. So, students and teachers, here are the list of competitions. Though it looks very similar, but from the view of website, you can understand that they have scaled it to a different level now. So we have got five different events, or five different competitions. One is the robotics, which we call it as Astrobot; the 3D printing, which is all about 3D maker; drones, which is nothing but the space pilot. I know some people ask, like, how can we fly a drone in the space? That's of course, but we'll be giving a set of problem statements for that. And coding, for all the students now, eighth, ninth, and the basic level of coding is being there. So we thought, like, the coding programming kind of questions would help them to have a logical thinking. Okay. And the last one, it'll be the project expo, that we have called it as Innoverse. So let's get into each and every event first. So when it comes to Astrobot, it's the similar robotics that you have seen already, or the robots that you are building. So for the qualifier round, see, for every problem statement, these two parts will be there. What will be for the qualifier round and what will be for the finale. So for the time being, you just focus on qualifier round, because qualifier round is much important, because this time we will be verifying it, and there are couple of judges or jury members who will be there to understand and pick out the people who are being 100% accurate, or the best that they can do. So here what we want you to do is, in the robotics part, you can see the guidelines very clearly that your robot should at least have a movement of forward, backward, right turn, and left turn. And if it's a possible, you have to put a small gripper action so that you can pick and place an object. And you have got dimensions very clearly mentioned over here, and the overall weight also. All this you have to make a 2 minutes video. You take help of your team, you take your help of your teacher, or you can make sure that within yourself you can small a clip of video saying that this is the robot, or this is the material, or these are the components that we are using, this is the model that we are trying to come out. And we will understand that yes, you have been already working into that problem statement, and you'll be uploading them again back into the same website, but there'll be an ID. I will talk about how that ID will be generated and how that ID should be assigned to you. As we already said, this is completely online now. And only for finale, you will get your robots. I hope you got it. So only for finale, you'll get your robots. All the questions that have been asked in the chat box, we will definitely answer it for you. Okay. So finale, just I'll skip it on this side. Well, maybe next week I'll be coming up with new updates. So you can see the model of the robot that is there. You don't need to worry that you have to do the same design. This is just a model. You can come out with your own design of gripping actions. And we will talk about the object dimensions. We'll give you the object sizes, the weights, and everything. So for only the reference purpose, we have given it. And you can be a team of two members. You can be a team of four members, and in between, a student can participate only in one category. Why? Because when you are trying to do it in two, three different categories, then again, it'll be a problem for time and all. But anyway, we'll look after those based on the request. So for now, just you have to make sure that your robots forward, backward, right and left turn operations are small gripping action that is possible. We'll upload you about the dimensions of the objects that are there in coming soon updates. And make sure that if you're ready with your robot, take a small video so that we will understand and make sure that you are being selected for finale. Okay. So coming back, we have got 3D printing. Last year, I think last year and before year, we have understood there are a lot of pain points in 3D printing, because design wise, it's fine. So a lot of people are good in designing, but when it comes to printing wise, there is a little issue, because it might be different printers, it might be different softwares, or it might be different designs. So there are certain issues that we have identified. And after taking some guidance from different expertise, we understood that we want to make it a design based contest. So here we have made sure that you should use a software called Autodesk 123D. But based on the request from different people, we might add one or two other softwares also. All we look at is we want you to design a small object which is relevant to space exploration, whether it is an astronaut tool, whether it is a construction of a building, or whether it is a construction of a space model, whatever you kind of have your own thought, it should be a space utility object. So when I talk about space utility object, it's up to your thought, your innovation, your ideology. Come up with different designs so that we will make sure that you will be there in finale to represent that idea, what exactly you are trying to design with the help of 3D printing. And for finale, you might not be having any kind of printing design, or we'll not go with the printing stuff, but we will make sure that we will give you a theme-based problem so that you will start designing on the spot itself and make sure that your design will be analyzed by an expert team. And this time we will not be making sure that we will be there in the part of qualifications and all. It'll be a complete new expert team who will be coming out, and there is a jury members also. I'll talk about jury members in the end, and the same guidelines will be applied for all the events. So for 3D printing, either you can go with the Tinkercad 1 to 3, or the Tinkercad software or Autodesk 1 to 3D software. We will update you those details also based on the request. But it's all about like design it, send us a video if possible with the design clip, and every time, as I said, like your ID should be there. We'll tell you how that ID is going to be created. So this is the part of 3D printing. So when I go to this space pilot, it's all about drones. So people who have already been into this space, or you see about drones, we always tell the same thing. First, at least you need to understand how to fly a drone, how to operate a drone, how to analyze a problem when you're controlling a drone with a remote. So we've seen in the last 2 years, and in generally also, that most of the times that people talk about, they try to fly it either because of the miscommunication with the teammate, or it mishandling with the remote, it's lack of practice. There are a lot of things like that. So this year, what we are asking you to do is make sure that you take a 2-minute video of landing, takeoff, forward, backward, a small clip of understanding that you know how to operate a drone. First of all, we want to filter that very clearly, that if people have understanding of handling a drone, I think for finale it will be making sure that we have a good amount of teams, because remember this year it is from different parts of areas. It's from West Bengal, it's from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Bangalore, and Tamil Nadu. So there are different sets of people who are going to come out, and that is what we want to do is like whoever is coming to finale are having that minimum standards of understanding, and at that good level of competition, that healthy competition that we are looking at. And we have already mentioned that the maximum size of a drone, and we here clearly mentioned about the models of the drones that are allowed. And why we have specified very clearly is, though your drone is under these dimensions, there are certain companies who are building up drones like with multiple softwares and software settings. So because of stabilization factor, the flying factors, the remote controls, the battery backups, so we have selected 4 models. You can click on this, you will pop it up into another window so that you will understand that these models are allowed, and making sure that at least you will have 2 members in your group or 4 members in your group, so that it will be helping you out to understand like handling the drones, or if any problem you can start solving it again. Okay, so for only 4 drones will be allowed, or the 4 models will be allowed. We will see if there are requests from different areas, or if there are 1 or 2 other models that might be fit into it. You can still suggest us. I'll anyway share you my team's phone numbers and the WhatsApp community groups. So based on that also, you can help us to understand which other models that can be preferable. So here we will be looking at how you are going to operate your drone, and whether you are be able or capable of handling a drone when it comes to a problem or not. That is what Space Pilot is all about. And I know people tell me that, sir, how can a drone fly without air or something like that? See, this is a kind of a theme that we are building out. And in the finale, you will see that arena in the kind of a space that we are building it out. So if you see how we have done it with the design of the website. So in the same way, we want to make sure that the theme also should looks like space format. Okay, coming to the fourth event, which is Codex, which is nothing but coding. I know most of the people when they ask about coding, the qualifier round is completely online. If you think you have a good programming language, or the good programming language, you have a logical thinking, you understand, or your aptitude levels or something like that. See, for sixth and seventh grades, we will be putting up scratch-based program, or it's a block coding. If you most of the people knows that, and we will have some space-related basic questions. Don't leave now. There is something which I want to talk about ISRO and NASA also. So bear with me for 10-15 minutes maximum, hardly. I'll talk about NASA and ISRO also because we are trying to get those people onboarded. I'll tell you about the Olympiad as well. So eighth and ninth, we will be having the Python programming plus some space related questions. So when I talk about eighth and ninth grades, don't say me again. What about 10th class? See, 8, 9, 10 will comes under one category, and 6 and 7 comes in another category. So we will be having an online exam, like quiz or something like that, where you will have this multiple choice questions, and as per the grades, it will be filtered, and we will make sure that one good day, like a second Saturday or a Sunday or something like that, weekends where you will have time and space, and we will make sure that last year when we have done this kind of exams, I know that there are issues with logins and all. You don't need to worry. We will keep you posted with YouTube videos or how to log in and how to get your IDs and everything. So make sure that if you are into the programming or if you are interested in kind of handling things with the logical thinking and all. So sixth and seventh it will be Scratch, and eighth and ninth it will be Python programming. It will be multiple choice questions. Once the results are out, we will put it directly into the results space separately. And finals, as you can see it over here, like we'll have a certain time limit, and we'll give you a story, or we'll tell you about a particular concept. Based on that, you have to come out with the code, or the block code, or the outcomes like that. And see, we have already given the requirements. If you still have any questions on this, you are absolutely happy to put your questions in the chat box, or you can text it to our team so that they'll help you out for it. Okay, so this is what coding is, and any problem statement that you want to download. So on the corner, you can see there is a download PDF. If you click on this download PDF, the same story will be coming down so that you can download this and you can read it practically and make sure that you are registering it in a proper process. So this is what the four events is. And the final one, this is called Innoverse, which is a project expo. Last year, I think when we have done with design thinking, we have supplied all the material. There is little mess, and we heard that there are some problems with the judging criterias and everything. So this time you're not going to do that kind of errors. I'm so sorry for that, who have been facing those kind of challenges last year, and we have understood that there are too many teams as well. But this year it is going to be totally different. You have to send us a 2 pages document. So what document you need to send? Any kind of space relevant problem or a project or space mission that you have an idea, come out and tell us what exactly it is and what are the materials that you're going to use it to explain or express that concept. For an example, if you take space debris, you want to clean lot of space waste which is there outside the Earth. So when you want to remove that space debris, there might be certain concept that you might have thought, or how can we travel like a map. So there might be a map that you had an idea like this might be the traveling path for one point to another point in space, or a design of satellite or anything like that. See, any kind of concept that you have which is relevant to a space related domain, or it can be useful for astronauts, it can be useful for uh, spaceships or anything of that kind. You come up with a project description, tell me what kind of components that you want to use and how you want to explain your project. These things will help us to understand, yes, this is a good idea which a lot of people need to listen. And when I said about these concepts and all, this is all your innovation. So that is why we have kept a name called Innoverse. Okay. So when we talk about this Innoverse, the final anyway, you will be coming up with your project, but there are limitations again. So we are making sure that each table should be having a space of like 50 by 50 size where your project expo will be. And we might also change those numbers based on the request and the size of the design that people are looking at, but making sure that your concept should be unique. Here, the filtering process is going to be making sure that only our best ideas will be filtered. It's not like you can just come out with any common kind of thing. And I know most of the people are very good at using ChatGPT now, and a lot of people are using that. Trust me, ChatGPT don't have emotions. You should have that intention, or you should have that ideology of why exactly you're working on this idea. Okay. So apart from finale, the concept that we want you to focus on is in the qualifier round, come up with a 2 pages document, like, what's your concept, what's your content, and, what kind of material that you want to use and why or how it is going to be useful for the astronauts or the spacecrafts or any kind of space missions that are there right now. There are a lot of problem statements out, and students or teachers, this is what you have expected from us. And trust me, we are trying to get that for you. Why? Because when I talk about all these things, as I said, we have something with ISRO and NASA as well. Though we can't get the people from NASA, it's a little difficult for us right now because we are not in such a big scale. But we are getting judges from ISRO, and we are getting guests from ISRO. I'm just fingers crossed. I don't know. Uh, if we are lucky enough, we might get a very good people, and we are trying to put our maximum efforts to get the best people on board, and making sure that this year it's going to be bigger than ever, and this is going to be a benchmark for our company as well and the rest of the tech partners as well. So finally, apart from this process, so all this gallery part, like what we have done last year, this is just a glimpse. And I'll tell you about the registration part also. So if you have any questions, there are two people who are helping, who is going to help you out. It is Pausha, our senior team, and Joshni, the intern candidate. So these two people will be helping out with all your queries about Bharat Tech League. But before I tell you those points about ISRO and NASA as well, this is a registration process. So all the schools till date, what we have done is either it's my teammates, or it might be free people from our connects saying that this is how the process is, or you need to talk to them, you need to update them. All these things were there. Now this year we have stopped about all that communication because sometimes the students want to say change their names. Sometimes school says like please involve our coordinators and everything like that. So here what we have done is the school registration and there is a team registration. So there are two parts if you observe it very clearly. In order to get into team, the school should make sure that it is going to register it first. Why we are making sure that school has to register is, without having a presence of school, we don't want to get into teams. And again, every time we generally what we do is we verify whether the student is from the same school, or he's been having a coordinator, the email IDs issues, and the contact number issues, the same contact number from student, teacher, parent. So these kind of confusions are there. So we want to put down all those confusions, and we don't want any miscommunication to happen. And there'll be a separate video that we will release for school registrations and team registrations. I think you can see it over here. Just I'll tell you overview, and we'll release the separate video and we'll share it to you on community. And you everyone knows that we have a WhatsApp community, and in that WhatsApp community, you can make sure that we will keep on posting all those details. So in the school registration part, you will have your school name, your principal name, and the person of contact, like the principal's contact, and the email ID of the school or principal or whoever is the authorized person is. Then we will be having the coordinator details. See, until I go to next, you can't go to the coordinator details. Same coordinator name, coordinator details, email IDs. Then it is all about the address. If you want to send, like, if we want to send the certificates, or if we want to put any important information, we'll make sure that, your address is safe here. And once the school is registered, so you will have a registration over here. See, until unless you get your school registration ID, you can't get into the team registration. So what I'll do is I'll share you a separate video because explaining the entire story here, it will be a little difficult. So we'll give you a separate video, and I'll make sure that next week again, once we come back for live, I'll make sure that this registration process is a very smooth process, and we will have a very clear cut details. And if you have got any confusions, also our team will be there. Add on to this, people from Vishakhapatnam, there is something that I want to announce it for you. People from Vishakhapatnam exclusively, or people who can come down and travel. So we are conducting a bot expo with Association of Pen Schools. And this is related to a general expo where, we will be displaying all these projects for the people of Vizag. That is happening on 2nd August 2025. It's a request from school and said that in Vizag we have to make sure that these kind of exposure should be there. So we are making sure that 40 plus different kinds of projects have been executed, and then be an exclusive workshop for teachers for AI, and teachers from for Bharat Tech League also. You will be having these kind of workshop. We'll update you all those details in the next week, and there'll be robotic games where people can play. And who has the connects in Vishakhapatnam, please make sure you share this for all the teachers and people, because this expo is going to happen on 2nd of August 2025. So apart from this, as I already said, these are the contact details. You can be on the chat box. You can update us, like, if you have any queries or any discussions that you want to make. And we will help you out. Just up, yeah. we will help you out to understand how exactly the Bharat Tech League is going to take place in a stage-wise manner. And this is an exclusive school event. This is an exclusive school event. We tried with engineering college students, but it didn't work out well. So we thought, like, it might not be a good lean towards this engineering student. So we are completely focusing on school level students only, and any students across India can participate. And now I'll come out with the final update. So we are trying to get a chief guest from ISRO, and trust me, you will get the best persons. And all the particular events judging criteria will be done with a different sets of people. I can't reveal the names now. And why? Because until unless we get a confirmation officially from those people, we can't put it. But please make sure you follow us on LinkedIn or YouTube or social media, whichever the tags that you have got, Instagram, LinkedIn, or wherever it is, and spread this information to the maximum people. We know that we had a very less time, but we want to make sure all our brains work in a very less span of time. Like if you are under pressure, you will be more innovative and more expressive as well. Please don't mind if we do any mistakes. Please let us know, because our team is always ready to understand or take those pain points, and making sure that every level that we want to cross is like make this Bharat Tech League a bigger event. Though we have got some initiatives from USA and UK, I just asked them, no, we want to do it first exclusive in India and make sure that everything goes well in India first. Then we want to go take it into global wise. So our initiative, your initiative, with all your support, we want to make sure that this event is going to be successful. So that's it from my end for this week. As you already know, every week I'll be coming on live and I'll be sharing you on details. So next week, we might have the same time, and on Sunday, I'll make sure that the corrections, if any, are there in the problem statements or updates in the registration process, and students from different parts of areas from India, we will try to connect you on the chat box so that you can just start connecting with those people. And the WhatsApp community link as well as the details will be there in the description, so make sure that you join there and help us out with all the students and give your information to the maximum. Okay. So thank you so much. And now, good morning, Andy. Very good initiative. Thank you so much. So that's it from my end for this part of edition, like this part of the week. Next week we'll come back with more details, and we will make sure that what bigger is gonna coming here, and we have got one space Olympiad as well. So we will add those details also, and next week we will ensure that all those registration process will happen. So I thank once again all my teammates who are being supporting exclusively. If you like the website, it's all my small IT team who have been supporting, Mr. Prem, Gayatri, Malik, Sai, and these group of people who have made that website so wonderful and beautiful. And I've got a lot of appreciations from them, from different people, like looking at the website. So take this to maximum people, and I'll see you all next week. I know there are a lot of questions that might be going out now. So once you go through the website, you understand everything. Just ping us back so that we'll make sure that we'll clear all your doubts. Okay. So team, make sure that you are connected with the teachers and schools and any students that are having any questions. And we will also open up the WhatsApp community group or for everyone for the queries also. Right. Thank you so much. Once again, wishing. Let's hope for giving our best. Thank you. Thank you all.